Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway in Southern California. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Hooks. And he'll be brought down here at the 28.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
To avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. Back to throw here, Herbert. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Powering forward. And he's brought down at the 19 after a gain of 19. First down in the red zone.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1. A lot more to go. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Stopped immediately there. There to make the tackle, Deion Leonard. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake, 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On 2nd down, Working from the gun, Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through the completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
Butker's kick here is good, and the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there, all the things that have gone on. And the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
Yeah, we saw that from up here, CD. A tug on the face mask, and the flag comes out.
And we saw that last week they had some defensive miscues like that, and they told us that they had worked hard on it in practice and thought they had it all cleaned up. But obviously the message hasn't really sunk in.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. They run the counter. Hooks. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Every offense. Come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. On the return is Reed. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, That's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. They'll look to throw here. And that will be incomplete.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner. And that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. Let's take it inside his own 40. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. And they come up here now 1st down. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Brought down by Willie Gay.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Herbert just beat the play clock. And his throw is incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs will take over possession here up at the 44. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now into a sea of defenders had intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
How about that? The defense's first sack. It doesn't come from one of the usual suspects up front. It comes from the secondary.
Yeah, I think they caught the quarterback off guard a little bit because he wasn't able to account for the possibility of that blitz and change the blocking assignments. He comes through and puts him on the ground.
He's got Turner. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
And the Chargers first down.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
With the score, Chiefs 3, Chargers nothing.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Hooks. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Hooks. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Here's Herbert. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Tanner Conner, 39 yards. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Next to score, Chargers 7, Chiefs 3.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Mahomes to throw. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 3rd and 1.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. Targeting Dobbins again, and he's got it again. On the move past the 40. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Mahomes. That's caught left side by Hardman. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman from 21 yards away. And the Chiefs are able to move back in front. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is now 10-7.
Chiefs 10, Chargers 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Charger drive about to get going. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost
on Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him, and that's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Mahomes now to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Reed. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take, catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read? Okay, the eyes of that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Did not get free, but boy, that's a tough area to go into when you're going into his spot.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. Mahomes going to throw. He's able to find Melton. Shifts by him. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. You don't see that a ton, do you? With the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. Touchdown! From 4 yards out. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Butker is on target, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And a quick throw here that's complete. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And he whips that one incomplete there.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Herbert off of play action. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. We have 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Buying time to his left. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
So first thing that crosses my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely, and from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Throwing on second and long. Herbert. Turner's got it on the crossing route. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
The 56-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they're back within a touchdown at 17-10.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw, it's Mahomes.
This pass complete to Melton.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Bo Melton.
52 yards.
And the Chiefs come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
And they just ran the fly route there, didn't they?
You broke it down perfectly. He ends up catching that one and taking it all the way into the end zone.
Well, thanks. It was pretty simple to break down, though. I mean, that's just a guy going, running on the go route, making a play.
Speed,
kills.
speed. And what does it do?
It kills.
There you go.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side, so now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a three-possession game.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8. Herbert. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Connor. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 33 yards that time.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On 2nd down at 4. Herbert is going to fire one deep over the middle. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jermaine Johnson credited with that sack.
No question, that was needed by the defense. Trailing by a couple of scores, They had to get off the field without allowing another one. That sack on the first play, that may have derailed this drive.
This one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long.
On the counter now, it's Dobbins.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. In his own end zone, it's Mahomes. That'll be caught right side by Reed. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Charger drive about to get going.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
On 2nd and 9, Herbert. Looking left side, and it's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Now a handoff up the middle. Hooks. And this time they were ready for him as they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now it's Herbert. Caught by Turner. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Herbert. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Juan Thornhill.
And the Chiefs force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. as they come to the line. They will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL. Second down, here's Mahomes. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory.
51 yards on the ground for him so far.
Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the chief linemen might have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Malik McDowell coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9.
And they visited the end zone frequently in this one, and obviously they wanted another one. But give credit to the defense there. They may not make the comeback, but pride showed. Good sack on that play.
Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
And we knew that it was going to be a Herculean effort from that distance. Had to drive that kick low, and you see the result, Charles. Someone got through and got a hand on it.
And from this outside observation post, I love the aggressiveness of both teams there. One to attempt that long field goal, and the other to send the house and go block it. He hit it pretty well, and I thought he was going to have a shot at it, but a nice effort on the other side, batting that one down.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively. A key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
It'll be a gain of 5, and 3rd and 1 now.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
On 3rd down, Hooks. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Herbert now. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Down inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Well, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Turnover that just got him the football back, obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here, though?
No, I don't, especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains. Wear down the clock and make them use their timeouts in this situation.
So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Now they'll run it on the toss. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 113 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Now here's Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that will extend their lead even further. So a good kick that time, and that might help to get the negative thoughts out of the mind from that earlier block.
Especially since this was not a chippy, so he had to get that one out kind of low. But his line does a nice job of protecting, and he's able to convert for 3.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Herbert. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
One last throw here for Herbert. And now here is another interception. And the Chiefs come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, partner, that'll do it. These Week 1 primetime games, they always seem to have a little bit more electricity, a little more anticipation, a fun one tonight, and a lot of fun ones that we have on the road ahead.
And, partner, I love the word you just used there, electricity. Things were crackling out there, weren't they? And let's face it,